I guess that's also the idea of, this is an add-on to the last one, that's why there's really actually nothing wrong that ever happens, right? It's like we need all these examples and warnings. We need everybody going down all these different paths. It is almost like we're all in our own game, and they are it's like the robots or the plants to show you what you don't want. So go focus on what you do want, right? So it's like, it's one thing to talk about this, and then I talk about what I love and self-love and what I've learned, but I'm not resisting or fighting against the other. It's good that it's out there. It's good that it's out there, that I have it as an example, that I can understand it, that I've experienced similar things and have learned from them. And it is just, we're all just at different points of our journey. Like it really is a matter of, it's really, I know it's hard to swallow, but it's really not wrong. Like there's nothing wrong actually ever happens. Even the stuff that's horrific, because it shows us what we don't like, and it forces us to learn to focus on what we do like. Because if we keep resisting it, we keep focusing on it, we keep shouting at it, we're wasting our time and energy on the thing that we're claiming we don't like, but we can't stop talking about. And it just calls more of it in. And so, I mean, I've shared with you so many times, like I think there's a fine line. I definitely do think there's a fine line and a balance. But when I'm in my bubble, I'm happy as all can be, because I'm focusing on what I want to focus on and doing what makes me happy, and I get more of that. And when I come out of the bubble and engage with others that are so focused and hell-bent on negative or pointing me in other directions, it's like, what's the point? Like, and that's probably the wrong way to even say it, because people could misunderstand that too. It's like, focus on what you really love and what is really, truly, truly what you want to do and how you want to spend your life. There are some people who truly, truly like to spend their life fighting against things. That brings them such satisfaction. It brings their ego and identity and gives them some sense of do-gooderness, right? Like that hero. And so there's nothing wrong with that. That's where they're at. And we need people doing all those things. And I think there's a lot of people doing those things that if I ask them and honestly ask them if that's what they wanted to do, not only did they want to do it, they rallied up a dozen more people to do it because they love it so much. So there's people who really, and it's like, well, great, right? Just because there's so many of others of us who have zero interest in that and we've chosen other things, that doesn't make us any more right or any more wrong, right? It's just, to me, it's more of a, this might sound wrong too, but an evolution of one's soul, right? Because we all have been there at some point, maybe not this lifetime, maybe not in the last 10 lifetimes, or many haven't even reached there yet. They might not reach it for another 100 lifetimes. So that's why it's really quite irrelevant as far as that goes. But I just find it all fascinating. I mean, clearly that's what I love to do. I love to study humans. I find it fascinating how we behave, how we think, why we do what we do, why we say what we say, why we think what we think. It's just amazing. I think it's more amazing because I do it too. I find it more amazing that we have beliefs that are harming us, but we don't rip them out because we don't recognize them. But then, even when they're brought to awareness, oftentimes people don't want to remove them. Maybe they don't know how to remove them or stop believing them and start a new pattern. I don't know. But it's almost like they like the pain of it. Or maybe they like the discipline of it. That's interesting. They're showing that. They're showing it. Some people like, what are you showing? Guardrails. They like They like to be in the narrow. They like to have the confines. They like to know where their edges are, which is smart, But when the edges are harming you or preventing you versus keeping you safe. I guess you have to know the balance, right? Sometimes they're necessary, sometimes they're just habitual and they're actually causing more harm and damage. All right, I'm falling asleep. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.